So, welcome to my little review of the Marin Bobcat Trail 3, I think it is. I'll just do a bit of a backstory. I've just come over that bridge there. It's called the Humber Bridge. Over the other side's Yorkshire, and this side's Lincolnshire. I've just come for a little ride out tonight. It's a bit cloudy, typical English summer weather. But anyway, yeah, I've had this bike for nearly 12 months now, so I thought I'd do a bit of a review on it because you don't see many on YouTube. So here we go. My background, I was looking for a new bike in lockdown last year in 2020 because I was riding a 94 Orange Clockwork and it was very old and I just needed a replacement. So I found this and I thought I like the look of it. I like the bit of a retro styling, quite bright in your face. I like the skin wall tyres on it. So basically I'll just do a quick review and go through because I've ridden it every week since I've had it, and I've nearly had it 12 months, so I think I can tell you what everything's about, the good and the bad. So we'll start at the front. Wheels wise, 29-inch wheels, which I ain't used to, but they felt a bit weird at first, but definitely used to now. Nice Tektro disc brakes on them, which I have no problems with, they're absolutely fine. Tyres wise, quite chunky, sort of, it's only a cheap budget tyre, but they look quite good. They handle alright with the old skin walls on. And then you've got a Suntour fork, which for the price, I think I paid $540 for this bike. For the price, it says it's got 120mm travel, which is quite out the ordinary for that price, but as you can see, I reckon the most I've ever done is probably 100mm. So whether that's marketing or what, I don't know, but they do alright, they perform alright compared to what I was used to on my old bike. So yeah, you've got your Tektro brake levers, hydraulic discs as well, so I know some of the bikes at this price come with the cable ones and they're no good, to be honest. Your shifters are just some sort of micro shift, which is sort of no make, just cheap ones, but at this price that's what you get. Handlebars felt really wild when I first got them and I thought about chopping them down, but since riding them a bit, they feel good. You have a lot of control, so yeah, they're good. Headset hasn't been no problem. Stem ant, it's all pretty good gear. Frame wise, it's lovely looking frame. You know, I've had no problem, all the welds are great. I would say the paintwork, I mean, it scratches quite easily, but it has been hammered, and I do chuck it in the bike with the rest. Chuck it in the garage with the rest of the family's bikes. So I mean, it's going to get scratches in it. So anyway, right, seat and seat post, absolutely fine seat. Looks quite skinny, but it's pretty comfortable. You get used to it. No quick release, which I liked. And as well, when the guy in the shop, which I bought it from a shop in Grimsby, it's the only place I could get one. And he said, "Oh, do you want me to chop your seat post down? Because it's really long. It goes to about there." I said, "Do you want me to chop it down? Because it won't go past this, they have like a little lug inside." But so I took it home and I filed it out a bit, so I kept the full length of the seat post. Drivetrain wise, it's really entry level stuff. It's only an Altus derailleur, 8-speed on the back, 2 on the front. I think that's Altus as well. It's only cheap stuff, but at that kind of price, that's what you're going to get. I've had no problems with it, but it's just a bit clunky compared to like some of my mates' bikes who run the 1-bar system. It's clunky, but you pay a lot more for it. I did look at converting it, but for the price of the bike, it's not really worth doing. You're going to spend hundreds of pounds doing it, but here, if you want to do that, it's up to you, innit? Crank wise, that's alright. It's just a cheap crank, really. I was a bit disappointed. It's got a bit of play in the bottom bracket. Can you see that? So that's going to need replacing. I mean, it's not a big deal. I'll replace it with a Shimano one or something, but for a 12-month-old bike, I mean, I've had bikes that have lasted 10 years without that going, so that's obviously a cheap part in there. It came with some really tacky plastic pedals, so I just got these off eBay for not a lot of money, and they're quite grippy, they're alright. But most bikes now seem to come, I think it's a safety thing, come with like cheap plastic pedals, and you know, you're meant to swap them over yourself. What other things? Tyres wise, yeah, it was alright. I mean, I've had one back puncture since I've had it in 12 months, so that's not so bad. But yeah, overall, it's a really good bike. For £540 what I pay, A lot of my friends have paid double that, and I keep up with them, and it's not a problem. So yeah, it's a nice bit of kit. I think I got it in 2020, and they didn't change it for 2021, so there'll probably be a new one coming out 2022. But I just like, you know, having a retro bike before the old orange clockwork. I just like the retro styling, and I think it does come in a black with all everything blacked out if you don't like the layeriness. But yeah, it's a pretty cool bike. I ain't got a problem with it. It's for the money, you can't go wrong. I don't think you can get a better one for the money, really. And like I said, the 2022 will probably come out. It won't change that much. They might upgrade it a little bit, but yeah, if you can find one, get your hands on one. Okay. Happy days.